Hello student, my name is Akhil Dwivedi. Today I am going to teach you linear equation in one variable. So to understand this topic, we must know the meaning of each and every word. So let's start with an equation. So what is an equation? Equation in simple terms means a comparison between two expressions. So if we compare any two expressions, it becomes an equation. For example, my weight is 3 times my brother's weight. So this is a statement, so we can write it in the form of expression. So my weight equals to my brother's weight. So my weight equals to my brother's weight. This is an example of comparison between two expressions. How do we compare any two expression? There must be left hand side and there must be right hand side. So left hand side and right hand side, and it must be equated. So left hand side must be equals to right hand side. So this is how we compare any two expression. So this is an example of expression. So my weight is equals to 3 times my brother's weight. So if my weight is x and my brother's weight is y, so how do we write it in the form of equation? X equals to 3 into y. So this is an example of equation for n. So this is what equation is all about. So now let's come to variable. What is a variable? Variable means any unknown element. So any unknown element is a variable. For example, x, y, z, w, b, anything can be a variable in equation which we do not know. For example, in this equation 3x plus 7 equals to 9. Here 9 and 7 are constant because we know the value of 9 and 7, whereas here we do not know the value of x. So this is a variable. So here x becomes variable. So this is what variable means. Now let's come to linear equation. So what is a linear equation? So linear equation is an equation in which the highest power of variable must be 1. So if the highest power of variable in any equation is 1, then it becomes a linear equation. For example, here 2x plus 7 equals to 9. Here highest power of variable in this equation is 1. So this is an example of linear equation. And if the highest power of any equation is 2, then it becomes a quadratic equation. For example, here 3x square plus 9 equals to 10. Here the highest power of variable is 2, so it is a quadratic equation. Whereas 2x plus 7 equals to 9, this is an example of linear equation. So why it is called linear? Because if we draw this expression in graph, it will result in a linear graph. So it will be a line in the graph. So that's why we call it a linear equation. So this is what linear equation means. So what does linear equation in one variable means? Any equation in which we have one variable and the highest power of that variable is 1. So that this is linear equation in one variable. This, for example, 2x plus 7 equals to 9. Here we have one variable where its highest power is 1. So this is an example of linear equation in one variable. So how do we solve any equation? So to solve any equation, we must equate its left hand side with its right hand side. So 3x, for example, 3x plus 7 equals to 9. Here 3x plus 7 equals to 9. Here 3x plus 7 is a left hand side, whereas 9 is a right hand side. If it is not equal, so this is not an example of equation. So in any equation, 3x plus the left hand side must be equal to right hand side to solve any equation. So this is what an linear equation means. So why do we use this concept? So this concept is used to find the value of unknown variable. For example, let's say my age is 20 years less than my father's age. So how do we write it in the form of any equation? So my age plus 20 years, because I am 20 years younger, equals to my father's age. So this is how we write it in the form of equation. So if we have to write it in the form of algebraic equation, so if we know my age is x, do not know, and we know that it is I am 20 years younger, and we know the father's age 50 years. So this x plus 20 equals to 50. This is how we write it in the form of algebraic expression. So by solving this algebraic equation, we got x equals to 50 minus 20, so x equals to 30. So I got my age is 30 years. So this is how we use this concept. So there are numerous examples, or there is numerous example where we use this concept. This concept is very useful.